Marques Brownlee thinks this product is so bad that it's not even reviewable. But Coffeezilla thinks it's even worse and should qualify as a scam. Verge calls it an unfinished and an unhelpful AI device. Yet the Rabbit R1 device got over 100,000 pre-orders when it launched. Why is there so much excitement on the one hand for this device, and on the other, reviewers are not so impressed? To get to the bottom of it all, we'll break apart this AI device and see how exactly it works, and if it's worth your $200 or not. The Rabbit R1 is a handheld AI device that looks very minimalist and would fit in your palm quite comfortably. The color is a bold orange, and the design is funky. It comes with a 2.8-inch TFT touchscreen, but don't count on using the screen as an interface because the touchscreen capability is extremely limited. Unlike traditional devices, it doesn't have a grid of apps. Instead, it features an AI assistant that interacts with your favorite apps and services. Interaction with the Rabbit R1 is primarily through voice commands and a side button, similar to a walkie-talkie. It also includes a scroll wheel for navigation, such as scrolling through your Spotify queue or DoorDash menu options. The screen is there for necessary visual feedback, not for interacting with the apps. It's equipped with a camera and a SIM card slot, supporting Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. You'll find the battery to be very unsatisfactory, as it only has 1,000 mAh capacity. That would only serve you for a few hours, and you may find yourself charging this device several times a day. Talking of charging, it would take you 45 minutes to charge this small battery. It's very simplistic, but it's supposed to be very powerful. At least, that's what the company claims. The reason why 100,000 people put their money down even before the device was released is because of what the CEO promised it would be capable of. So, what's the pitch? The CEO of Rabbit R1, Jesse Liu, introduced the device as a groundbreaking AI assistant that promised to simplify everyday tasks through voice and text interaction, ride-hailing services, food ordering, and complex task management. You name it, the R1 will do it. At least, that's the promise. According to Jesse, the Rabbit will have no boundaries on apps you can interact with. On your behalf, it would interface with various services just as you normally would and get things done. For example, it can use DoorDash services for you. It could open the Uber service and book rides without you needing to do anything other than just give it the command. This is supposed to be possible thanks to what they call a large action model, or LAM. Generative AI bots, such as ChatGPT, use large language models, LLM, to crunch the information they receive and give back a response which would be in words too. But LAM is pretty clever. Instead of giving responses in words, it instead takes action based on the commands it receives. It's like having a robot assistant, but one that's in a software form and can only take actions with a digital environment. We must admit that this is very innovative and could improve how we use devices like our smartphones in the future. We supposedly see the R1 in action in the product's promotion video, taking orders to look at the menu and make sure the refrigerator at home is stocked with all the ingredients needed to make a meal. It's for tasks like this that users can truly enjoy the experience of LAM. But guess what? When reviewers try giving the R1 similar commands, it always replies that the function is not available yet. Rabbit claims they have 800 apps that can be accessed through a cloud portal that they call the Rabbit Hole. But when you buy the device, you don't get 800 apps. You don't even get 100 apps. You only get 4 apps. Yes, you heard that right. Only 4 apps are available on the R1 device, which are Spotify, Uber, DoorDash, and Midjourney. The company claims that the only thing left is to build an interface to use the other 800 apps, which is a bit hard to believe, as there's no proof these claims are true. It also doesn't make any sense that they have that many apps to offer, and they could not connect it to their device. The company doesn't stop here. They also claim that the problem of having to build user interfaces for their apps has been solved. The clever solution is for the Rabbit AI to build user interfaces for the apps all by itself. Again, this is innovative, and again, the company claims that this feature has not yet been released, even though it's been built. You would think Rabbit cannot make any more stuff up, but they do. There's also supposed to be a teach mode, which would allow your device to learn from your actions. With this mode, the R1 can become more tailored to you, understanding your routines, learning about your favorite places, the foods you order, and every other thing that is your preferences. If this works, at least the R1 will feel more like a personal assistant. But the Rabbit team fails yet again. They claim this mode is not yet available. Okay, this device sucks at a lot of things we look forward to using it for. But is there anything it can actually do well? The answer is yes. It can do all things ChatGPT can already do. You can ask the device questions, hold conversations with it, and even use its camera to show it stuff. These things ChatGPT and a lot of other AI apps are already capable of. Moreover, the Rabbit R1's reliance on cloud-based AI processing underscores its role as a conduit rather than a standalone innovation. The device taps into the same robust databases and computational models that power ChatGPT, effectively acting as an intermediary rather than a replacement. If you have a smartphone already, it doesn't make any sense to have another device interfacing with ChatGPT for you. What's absurd is the CEO claiming the R1 is faster than ChatGPT, when in reality it's running on ChatGPT. User experience also shows that it's slower. But what's really dubious is when it was discovered that the company hard-coded a prompt onto the device to always deny it uses ChatGPT. Most of the Rabbit software is off-the-shelf software, with even the Rabbit operating system being a modified Android OS. The browser is also an off-the-shelf software called Perplexity, and so are most things that run the device. But the biggest deception in all is the fact that the company's magical lamb is not even AI. It's a hard-coded script that's designed to press the right buttons on the apps. For example, if you were to order a DoorDash, the script goes to the app and is programmed to fill in your order. There's a big problem with this. AI is so revolutionary because it can learn. But hard-coded scripts cannot be learned. They're not smart and they cannot adapt. So if DoorDash updates its website, the R1 device will become useless because it can't adapt to the updated interface on its own. This wouldn't be a problem for AI because AI will automatically adapt. So there's a huge gap between AI and coded scripts. It gets even worse. These scripts are not even written by Rabbit. They're made using an open-source web automation tool called Playwright. This is a tool that was developed by Microsoft and is designed for testing and automating web applications across multiple browsers with a single API. Playwright supports Chromium, Firefox, and WebKit, and it's built to be evergreen, capable, reliable, and fast. There are a lot of reactions trailing the launch of this device. Some think the product would have been better off as an app and not hardware, because smartphones already do a better job than the R1 device in all that it's supposed to be doing. Then there are those who think it has some real potential. The only problem is that it's an unfinished product. Maybe when the 800 apps it's supposed to have are fully developed and other promised features are available, then we can reopen the conversation about it being a good device or not. But for now, it's a device with a lot of hype, but unimpressive capabilities. Compared to the Humane Pin device, it's slightly better, primarily because it's $500 cheaper, and you don't have to pay a monthly subscription to use it.